Hello and welcome to another Maggie's beer review. So, over in the beer room, and I still haven't brought my chuffing magnifying glass down to the shed. It's up in the ass. So, from Wild Craft Brewing, it's their Wild Stallion Smooth Stout. Gifted to the channel very kindly by Berry Beast in the East. I actually said it right this time. 5% volume. I will read what it says. Well, hopefully. My phone don't die on me. You know what I mean? Harry. So, coffee, chocolate and barley hints. This makes this a stout for every occasion. A stout that Rocky would drink in full on an 80s montage. Full of body and character, smooth as the Italian Stallion. The fuggles. Hops adds to its earthy goodness and provides a light bitter that complements the coffee, chocolate and barley hints. And then it says about scouring the Norfolk countryside. And the good thing about this, get 10% of your next drink by simply returning an undamaged bottle to us. Bit of a trek all the way down to Norfolk, mind. But hey, I might do that just for the bedevilment when I go over. So, what a day. Cracking day. We actually had some sun for 2 hours, about 2 hours anyway, and then it went cold. But God, when the sun was out, it was beautiful. I tell you what, it's amazing how the sun just makes you feel more happy. I was singing, I was feeling happy, I was enjoying my job. Yeah, who knew, eh? Who knew? Chicka bow wow. So here we go. Look at that, beautiful. So, black pour, off white head. Just over a finger. It's looking nice. Chocolate malt, malty chocolate. Touch of coffee on there as well. A touch, in the background more or less. Ooh. Cheers up. It's the spot. Ooh, that's tasting nice. So yeah, open when we go over to that side of the wheel. Not even sure where we're going. I know we're going somewhere near St. Peter's Brewery. And I know one's Norfolk and one's Suffolk. Don't get me started. I have no clue where they are. Or I know it's that area of the world, East Anglia. How far they are apart from each other, I have no idea. I know we're going. I know for sure I'm getting to St. Peter's Brewery, and I'm hoping that I'm also going to visit this brewery, pick up some beers from the shop if it's open, obviously. Or even message beforehand and see if I can get down, if it can be opened, or go to the brewery. If the brewery is not part of the shop, obviously have no idea on that side of things. Oh, I tell you what, I keep getting a whiff of like a flowery, and even now in here, it's just. That is bonkers. Do you know? Tangent time. Friend, somebody whose garden I looked after, he died. He was 87, 88, so a good age. Lovely person. I don't think his family liked him as much as what I did, but you know, obviously I'm not his son. But to me, I did his garden for a year and a half, and you know, got a good friendship. And at a time when, as somebody in the late 40s, was going through absolutely an awful time. 3 years ago, this was. Um, yeah, it was 3 years ago as well. And you know, he was amazing, and he smoked. And after he passed, I was in the garden one day, and there was a smell of cigarette smoke. There's nobody around me. The garden's massive. There's nobody around me, and there's cigarette smoke at the back of me, and it's like, this is bonkers. And when I went again I got cigarette smoke, and it's like no one around, and it was really strong at the back of me, and I'm like that, and I'm thinking, someone has to be that close for it to be that strong. And again, the last few days at work, it happened at Cockcliffe, it happened at Kelham, and it's happened just now in the shed. I'm getting this flowery whiff around me. There's absolutely zero flowers in here. There's nothing. The only thing that's in here is beer, and that don't smell of flower. Can you be another existence? Be there and it's super strong. That smell is. Can another existence be there and there? Obviously, the wilds. There's a lot of stuff we don't know about the world and about the afterlife and all that, if there is one, and all that. It's balmy. Yeah, what I'm getting from that is chocolate and coffee. It's really strong as well. That is just weird. Kind of puts the EBGBs up me as well. But I mean, is somebody watching over me? And I think of more things. There's things that's, is there a reason why? If somebody is doing that, and somebody is there a reason why? And that is a bit of a frightening thing for me. Is there a reason why somebody's coming? If they are, hey, you didn't get this on for people's beer reviews, do you? That is ridiculous. There's nothing. There's nothing in the garden that smells of that. There's nothing in the shed that smells of that, and I can smell it. There's nothing on me either, because I put my bloody armpits up your won't be smelling that. Okay, that's just absolutely plain weird. That's 3 different locations, that, and it's similar sort of smelling 3 locations. And it's the wrong time of the year for aroma. Oh, well, that's got me spooked. Absolutely got to be honest. Anyway, back to the beer. The beer itself is tasting absolutely spot on. Lives up to its strength. It's tasting like a 5%. And a lovely, easygoing stout it is. Smooth, yeah, super smooth. If you're a Guinness drinker and you want to progress from Guinness into something a bit more better than Guinness is okay, obviously. But, if you want to support craft beer breweries and trad beer breweries, and then this is the sort of beer that would certainly appease that, if you're a stout drinker. Obviously, I'm drinking it at shed temperature. Shed temperature is cold, quite cool actually. Just warming up a little bit, flipping out, thank gosh. I've had enough of the cold winter. I can't wait for spring. It's the most exciting time of the year for me because it's when I start growing stuff. And if you could see a plane of existence that you can't, normally see, would you shit yourself if you could? I mean, let's be fair. There's a moment where, what the fuck? You know? Uh, my mum died 8 years ago now. March the 2nd, 2015. Super bloody tough day that, that's going to be raising the glass, obviously. But she died, and my niece took over my mum's house. It was a council house, and she was living there, but she wasn't on the books. So we went down, and there's no way they were going to kick her out. I think she had a kid at the time, and it wasn't happening. No way they were kicking her out. So we went down, and I think as petitioning, she'd been living there for 2-3 years anyway. But us petitioning, got her the house, because we're quite strong, both me and the wife, at the times at least. But anyway, she's there, and she's there with a younger sister. Her sister at the time was 5 or 6, something like that. Yeah. And they sat in the front room, and bearing in mind, my younger niece, Lola, she didn't really know me. Families, families are like, you either get on with them or you bloody don't. And my sister, well, had quiet taste, for sure. Anyway, we're there in the front room, and she turned round to me, my older niece, Emma, and she turned round to me and says, Mama says that Billy's drinking too much, and she's all right now. She's in heaven, and she's with Gran and the dog, and that, and there was other things she said, and a lot of it I forgot. And it's like, shit. How the fucking hell did she know any of this? Lola knew nothing. There's literally nothing about me. Nothing about me, overdoing it on the booze at the time. Obviously, I was, distraught. It was a tough time. And there were other things that she would have never had any inkling of knowing that she came out with. And absolutely mind-blowing. You hear of these things. I got dragged to a church one day, and I'm not a churchy person. And one of these people that said they died on the operating table saw a light, went to the light, was told it's not their time, and all that. And you're there thinking, yeah, fuck off. Yeah, of course you did. Yeah, we went to the light. Yeah, bet you did. Yeah. And then when you hear things like that, it's like, okay, that's weird. And there was other stuff she come out with. And obviously we were, to watch somebody have cancer, to beat cancer, and then for it to come back. And I always thought my mum was too strong for it. She's a super strong person. And I always thought she'd have the resilience to fight it. I mean, let's be fair. If ever I get fucking cancer or like that, then these weird and wacky things to beat it, I will do anything and everything to beat it. Cannabis oil. I mean, I've heard the stories about cannabis oil. And again, a friend of mine from work, Zoe, she was going out with this bloke. I think it was his grandma, who was dying of cancer. Terminal. And again, there's only so much I can believe, but we'll go into it. And yeah, anyway, yeah, voices. That's weird, isn't it, as well? But anyway, yeah. So he got cannabis oil. You know, he got the ability to get cannabis oil. Yeah, I don't mean the shit that you fucking buy in shops. I mean full on cannabis oil. And she got past. She came out of terminal cancer. All the cancer gone. And the only thing they can put it down to is the fact that this cannabis oil defeated it. Now, I've read the studies. Do I believe it? I don't know. You know, I don't know a yay or I don't know a yeah, I believe it, or a no, I think fuck off. But I can only go on what you're told, and she's still here today. So yeah, it's a weird world. Anyway, back to the beer. I'm having a great time today. This smell that, and it's still in there as well. That is absolutely bonkers. It was at work the other day, and I was jet washing, and I'm jet washing water, and that's this same aroma was around me, and it's like, where the fuck's that smell coming from? Puts it down. You know how you are, you're searching for the smell, and there's nothing, absolutely zero around me that can be given off this smell. So there, you know, this is a very different raggy review. I will put it on the thing. Yeah, bit of a paranormal review. Neighbours. You can hear the neighbours in the garden talking. I hope that's neighbours talking. If I go outside and there's nobody talking, that'll be absolutely weird. So this has got a lovely taste kicking in. There's a lovely, strong, malty backbone to this. I absolutely forgot whatever I read. So yeah, it's funny how you can remember some things, but other things you just it just goes woof, gone. Although I can remember when people do the dirty on me, you know, friends that are supposedly friends, people that are trying to, you know, think of themselves more than what they really are. You're like, uh-huh. And yeah, even now, I've had a bit of that, but yeah, it ain't happening. Um, that was really enjoyable, and God knows what's going on for these aromas and smells. And everything I've said is absolutely true. None of it's bollocks. I don't, you know, there's no point lying because with lying you get caught out, and I just don't do it because I forget, and that's where lying is the killer. Because if you lie, then eventually, you know, you're going to say something that you fucking said you'd done this, and I can't lie when I can't, you know, unless I can't remember. Obviously, I mean, there's a lot of things you put to the back of your mind, you know, and a lot of that's things that I don't want to relive again for different reasons. So, wow, what a review! In 20 minutes, I was supposed to be doing 2 reviews when I come down the shed. So I'll do a sneaky beer review. I'll do a beer review and then a sneaky one, but it ended up being a super long beer review. And this is Raggy's Beer Reviews. Without a doubt, the most unique and different beer reviewer out there. I know that by a long shot. I hope there is somebody in their garden talking when I go out the shed because I can hear voices. I hear voices in my head. That was a wrestler, wasn't it? I can't remember his name now. No, it's gone. I used to love wrestling at one stage. And it's funny because on Facebook, for some reason, I'm getting bombarded with wrestling. And it's all from the 80s and 90s when I actually used to watch it properly. And before I realised it was fake. And that kind of killed the vibe for me. You know, yeah, there's definitely somebody in their garden talking. Fuck, I can hear. I can still smell that flowery aroma. That's absolutely bonkers and really disconcerting. So I've really enjoyed this. Cheers to Mr. Beery Beast in the East. Hopefully one day we'll meet up down that neck of the woods, because I'm sure that's your neck of the woods, obviously. But I've really enjoyed this. It's been a very different beer review. It's brought out, well, this is where beer reviews go, because a raggy beer review, not these cask beer reviews that are a minute, that's just about the beer and only about the beer. But a raggy beer review is full of tangents and sometimes stuff you'll never hear again, and sometimes stuff you will hear again. But they're always different. Cheers all. For me, cracking stout. Like I said, if you like Guinness, you're going to love this. Full of flavour. 4.4 out of 5. Cheers. Really enjoyed it. 22 minutes as well.